Well, I thought we had a good spring. We drastically changed offensively what we were, creating a lot of tempo and space plays. Kurt Roper came in and installed our offense, and moving forward, excited about where we are. Mike Summers, our new offensive line coach, I think did a fantastic job with our front guys. We feel really good with about 5 to 7 guys coming out of spring, and we need to continue to develop depth up there on the offensive line. I think the ability is there, the depth. The quality of player is there. We just got to continue to develop some guys that get some experience. Defensively, concerned a little bit there as far as their depth along the line of scrimmage. Having 2 seniors inside, Darius Cummings and Leon Orr. John Bullard and Dante Fowler, 2 guys that have played quality football for us. But past that, we need to continue to have guys come on. Brian Cox had a good spring. But I'm really excited about where we are, pleased with how spring turned out. We were able to get a large majority of the offense installed, and I thought our players did a great job of having an understanding of where we are.
Thanks, Coach. Your first question will come from Edgar Thompson of the Orlando Sentinel.
Yeah, hi, Will.
Hey, Edgar.
What are your thoughts on the SEC's decision on scheduling and how it really didn't change much for the Gators?
No, it's fine with me. I was for 8 games, whether it was a 6-0-2 format or a 6-1 format. It isn't all fair all the time, and it's part of it. When you're in a league and you got 14 universities being represented, that's what Commissioner Slive does, and he and his staff make a decision on what's best for the majority of the conference. And whatever format they went with 8 games, I was going to be good with. We've got a great rivalry, and I've been on both sides of it with Florida and LSU. It's an exciting game. It's a national game. Certainly a game that I know that Les enjoys, and I do as well. So, and then having another opponent on the western side. The disappointing part of that, to me, growing up in this league, is not being able to see the Florida-Auburn game continue on a regular basis, or at least being able to see that 2 or 3 times a year. If you went to a 6-2 format, Coach Spurrier, my friend Destin, made the comment to me, what a great rivalry that's been over the years, and you look at some of the games, and having been involved in both sides of that rivalry, I understand the importance of that. You look at Tennessee and Auburn, they don't hardly ever play anymore because of the scheduling. But there's no perfect answer to please everybody. We did what was best for our league. We all have a hidden agenda, whatever university we represent, and past that's what's best for the SEC, and that was a decision that was made, so I support it.
And the other thing, injury updates. You're getting some guys back tomorrow, I guess, to active duty, like Matt Jones. I think you said May 1, etc.
Yeah, Matt's on target. Our guys are in exams right now, so I haven't had any contact with them much other than just saying hello. Matt Rowland's on track. Alex Angelone's on track. Andre DeBose was non-contact throughout spring, but is ahead of schedule where he is. But I think we're in pretty good shape.
Thank you.
Next question comes from Bob Holt from the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette.
Hey, Coach, how you doing?
Great.
Hey, you mentioned Kurt Roper. Talk about why you wanted to hire him and what impact he's had so far, and what impact you think he's going to have for you guys.
Well, as you started to research and you look, I looked at our 2012 season and the first 2 games of 2013 with Jeff Driscoll being our quarterback, of what he felt most comfortable doing, and that was being in the shotgun. And you look at our yards per play in the run and the pass game from being in the gun as opposed to being under center. Yards per play were much better from the gun, or much better from the gun. That's his comfort level, and that's what we needed to do moving forward. So I took 10 or 12 teams and that I thought did a good job coaching, and watched those guys and studied the tape and talked to a lot of people. Did a lot of background, and the thing about Kurt, he's a great developer at the quarterback position. Eli Manning's had a tremendous career in the National Football League. He coached him at Ole Miss and also called the plays at Ole Miss. Working under David Cutcliffe for a long time, and I've got great respect for Coach Cutcliffe and the job he does. Thaddeus Lewis and Sean Renfro, 2 quarterbacks at Duke. He did a phenomenal job at Duke. But being on our staff, he's a very positive guy. He's a really good teacher. He coaches fast on the grass. He's a guy that's very demanding but fair with the players, and he's just been a very positive on our football team. And I think he did a great job this spring He's a really simplistic teacher and getting his point across with the players, and I think he did a fantastic job.
And on the schedule, it seems like LSU's been a lot more outspoken about not wanting to play Florida every year. You guys don't seem to be as upset about that. But what are your thoughts on that?
Again, I'm not sitting here and trying to tell you it's fair, but that's what the league has decided. And I've been in this league a long time as a player, an assistant coach, a head coach, and you can kind of see that there's going to not be some change, and there's a lot of resistance for the change. So, I said my piece, and you move on. And I'm embraced the LSU rivalry here at the University of Florida and whatever other Western opponent they want us to have every year.
Question comes from Robbie Andrew of the Gainesville Sun.
Hey, Will, I was wondering if you'd completed your postseason interviews with all the players and if any of the guys were looking maybe to transfer possibly.
Yeah, we've completed all that, Robbie, about a week ago. Marquis Hawkins, I had a good talk. Marquis a great young man, doing a great job academically on and off the field. Wanted an opportunity to play wide out. Didn't know if that was going to be the case here at Florida, and so he decided to transfer. But other than that, nobody.
Thanks, Will.
Next question is from Seth Emerson of the Macon Telegraph. Go ahead.
Hello?
Seth, are you on the call? Go ahead. We will move ahead then to Matthew Stevens from the Commercial Dispatch.
Bill, with the non-conference portion of the new format, you guys already have the game with Florida State, so it seemed like business as usual. But my question is that you have continuing conversations with Jeremy Foley about how you have to be kind of smarter with your non-conference schedule because you have the neutral game in Jacksonville and then possibly a road game in Tallahassee.
We do, but we view that. The Georgia game's a great game for us over in Jacksonville. This year, you look at our schedule, we've got 7 home games. A game in Tallahassee and Jacksonville. We got 9 games in the state of Florida, so that's great for our fans. For as far as travel is, and most everything we do is regional, anyways. We're playing East Carolina, I believe, next year. Michigan comes on the schedule in 2017. So we'll continue to look at what's best for the University of Florida. Miami's been a great rival of ours and played them this past year. So we'll continue to move forward now that we can. We really couldn't do a whole lot until we finished the scheduling with the SEC, so we haven't had a lot of talks, honestly, moving forward other than scheduling some non-conference games.